Is the child starting inside? Okay, then maybe later I'll just do sub. Man, forward them to your WhatsApp.
Are we live? He's not giving us go ahead. All right, good afternoon and welcome to the Enyimba International Stadium, the venue of the Youth League encounter between Jaguar and Pepperest. This is match day 7 of the Nigeria Youth League. It's called the Youth League, and we've seen scintillating games in the first stanza, and now we are back after that festive period break. And it's Jaguar up against Pepperest. The first tie ended 2-1 in favor of Pepperest. That game happened in Omwahia. And now this is the second leg of that encounter. My name is Betel Carlo on the commentary box alongside my partner, Emmanuel Joseph, who will be the color commentator for today. And we are here to watch together with you the match between Jaguar and Pepperest. It promises to be an exciting encounter. Both sides young, ready to go after that festive period break. They are back to showcase their talent and show what they have to offer. Emmanuel, the boys are back. The last time we saw both teams, it ended 2-1 in favor of Pepperest, and now Jaguar themselves would like to get something from this game and to show
getting a point or maybe maximum 3 points. It has to be against Pepperest. Of course, you look at the Jaguar side, they look rejuvenated. Of course, the Pepperest side will, be banking on the fact that they've played this team before, and then
let him start from the bench as we see Pepperest trying to build the game. Agba Kelvin recovers that one quickly, and Pepperest offside, but Agba Kelvin is down. Now let's look at the starting 11 for both sides. For Jaguar, who are the home side, Etini Sunday starting goal. His jersey number 92. Agba Kelvin starts with jersey number 33. Julius Innocent, jersey number 34. Ezekiel Chika, jersey number 18. Eze Patrick, jersey number 15. Ekunife Michael, jersey number 4. Uzosike Kenneth, jersey number 13. Naji Victor, jersey number 24. Imo Moses, jersey number 8. Okechukwu Success, jersey number 7. And Chukwemeka Chijoke, jersey number 27. That was a scary moment there for Pepperest as they've been on the flat foot. It's a corner kick, the first of this encounter for Jaguar. That was a frantic moment there for Pepperest. White and orange shirt in the box locking, and if corner kick comes in, a chance blocked there. El Chijo
Well, of course, I saw that from the corner where, just like you said, ever since the game kicked off, Jaguar have been on the front foot, just like the Jaguar, the white cat, who is known for royalty and, of course, for being very, very vociferous. Going forward, they did very well in order to get a goal. Beautiful intent there, beautiful shot, but of course, the defender for Pepperest was on hand to ensure that he blocks that one, and of course, his team can heave a sigh of relief.
Definitely, his team could heave a sigh of relief, and Jaguar have a free kick now after that foul on Naji Victor. Goalkeeper Nzenwa Emmanuel comes out to gather that one and about to restart with his defenders. He throws to Obasi Martins, Madabuchi. Fine effort there. And now to Mazi Chiemeziem. Caught in. Pepperest still in control. Offside. It's Abdul Kingsley who was found offside there. Agba Kelvin restarts again with Naji Victor. Ball movement from left to right. Intercepted there. Pepperest again on the counter. Ball still in possession. Ayadi, hallelujah, loses the ball in midfield. Pepperest too. I've also seen changes in this team. They also have some new additions. Offside for Jaguar. Restart with goalkeeper Etili Sunday. Interesting to see Sunday take up the gloves, and goalkeeper Jibrin Daniel is on the bench. He was the goalkeeper in most of the games for Jaguar in the first stanza before we went on that festive break. Both sides are still struggling in midfield. A chance now for Jaguar. Good job done there by the defender Ikenna James today to keep the Jaguar striker out. That's talking about Chukwemeka Chijoke. Jaguar making some changes in attack to see if they can score. And they've made some intrusions into the box of Pepperest already, even as we see a foul. Didn't get to its target. Handball, a free kick to Jaguar. Both sides are still trying to get themselves into this game, and we've seen 6 minutes already. No shot on target by any of the sides. Ekwunife Michael, the captain of Jaguar. Eze Patrick partnering with Ezekiel Chika in centre back. Ezekiel Chika once partnered with Lubem Jude at that position, and now he has a new partner in Eze Patrick, and now it's a free kick for Pepperest. Both sides have really not gotten into their strides into this game. They are struggling. Throw in. Imo Moses, another new addition to this Jaguar side. Throwing, taking quickly. Cross. A chance now, and goalkeeper Nzenwa Emmanuel comes to the rescue. Referee allows advantage for what would have been a foul there. A chance now for Jaguar. Agba Kelvin Fine effort there from Kelvin, but then it goes wide. After a surge of attacks from the boys in white and orange color, they just want to score a goal in this encounter, and they've been probing El Chijo.
They need to score a goal. If there is anything that have really been a problem for them, it is scoring goals. Of course, in their last 3 matches, we saw them losing by very, very slim margins without them getting on the score sheet. So getting a goal will be a very good one. The last time they got a goal, if I'm not mistaken, should be in the match they had against Pepperest, of which that game ended by 2-1. So for Jaguar, it is important that they get a goal. And of course, they've been asking all the questions, at least in the first 8 minutes of this game. The only thing missing for them is putting the icing on the cake, and that is converting their chances.
And what is the beauty of football without goals? And we hope that in this encounter we'll be able to see goals. There's a Patrick trying to find Michael. Free kick, Ezekiel Chika. Chidera. Chika sends a long one trying to find Jaguar Kelvin. And it's a free kick for Pepperest. Mazi Chiemezim tries to find Abdul Kinsley, but then it goes out for a throw. Jaguar Kelvin with this one, trying to find Imam Moses, and it's a throw to Pepperest. A free kick to Jaguar for that foul on Ezekiel Chika. The referee recalls the ball, and Ezekiel Chika is to take this free kick now. Michael Ekwuni for the captain. Back to Chika, who sends a long one. Success. Well, then his first touch lets him down. Jaguar Kelvin to take this quick throw. Finds Success. Jaguar Kelvin. He hesitates, and Mazi gets his foot onto that one, and it's a corner kick, the second for Jaguar in this encounter. And it's Jaguar Kelvin. He takes a short one with Imam Moses. Imam to Jaguar Kelvin. He whips in a cross, but then it's intercepted. Jaguar Kelvin still in possession. Beautiful turn there. Pepperest on the attack now. Abdul Kinsley. Jaguar Kelvin intercedes. That would have been dangerous. Okwe Emmanuel and Okechukwu Wisdom have been combining there, but Jaguar Kelvin comes to the rescue of his side. Corner kick for Pepperest. And it's the left back, Mazi Chiemezim, who is to take this one. He floats it in successfully into the box, but no head to get that one. Good interception there. Korakbe Blessing knocks it out, and Success tries to build it in Naji. Free kick to Jaguar. Both sides are playing too compact, and they've not really found that space to have those shots on target. Patrick. Equity for Michael. To Chika. Chika back to his centre back partner. Eze Patrick. Sends a long one, trying to find out about Kelvin. He gets it. Kelvin is fouled by Abdul Kingsley. And Abdul gets into the referee's books, the first of this encounter. That was a split pass there by Eze Patrick. And that reminds me of what Alex Iwobi is doing in Morocco with his split passes. And Abba Kelvin just doing what Bright Osai Samuel was doing on the flanks as a right back. Back to this game, Ekunife Michael, the captain, standing behind the ball. And the players are waiting. Imo Moses, Naji, Success all waiting for this ball to come in. He floats it in. And a chance for Jaguar. Imo Moses. And that's a chance. Beautiful shot there. And it goes just wide. That would have been the opener, Emmanuel.
Well, that would have been the opener, but that is also a shot that will spur Jaguar off. Just like I said, they've been better. Yes, of course, I've seen a lot of changes in their overall gameplay. They attack as a force, they defend as a force, and of course, I've seen pockets of mistakes here and there. But then, generally, they've been good, and I hope that they can just pick up with the force and keep up with it at least until they get a goal. Because with all the good works they are doing here, if they can be able to get an early goal, I'm sure that it will help them to do better.
If they can get an early goal to help them to do better. Imo Moses. Pepperest. Kurakbe Blessing. Trying to do his job in midfield. Intercepted there by Inaji. Mazi. Abdul Kingsley knew he was offside and didn't try to interfere with play. Ezekiel Chika tries to find a long pass there. Naji still with the ball to Abba Kelvin, who whips in across, and that's a chance now. But then goalkeeper comes out to get that one in Zainwa Emmanuel. That was no trouble for him. Pepperest have had their backs against the wall in some part of this game. And that's a final chance now. Blocked by captain Michael. The ball is on now. A chance for Pepperest. What a fine block there by Eze Patrick. Fine header there by Ukbe Emmanuel. By Okechukwu Wisdom. But then the flag was already up. This is the moment for Pepperest. And the game is getting balanced now. Abba Kelvin. And Chijo, you saw that header. That would have been it for Pepperest as they are coming out now to ask the questions.
Well, before we even talk about that header, let's talk about the offside that later turned to an offside. You know, one of the problems that Jaguar have had in this tournament is every time they try the high line, and of course, oftentimes it favors them. On the other hand, it doesn't, and we've seen them because of that ship in goals. But good thing that defender was on watch to ensure that he rushes back in order to keep that ball away, and of course, save his team, because ordinarily, if not that he tracked back really fast, maybe Jaguar would have considered. But of course, Pepperest did very well in order to ensure that in order to try the post. And of course, even though it was an offside, Sunday was also on hand in order to ensure that he keeps his team. Of course, the game has really come to life, and we are seeing both teams attack each other ferociously.
Just like you were saying, We saw a chance there for Jaguar. A beautiful combination of play between Success and Victor Naji, but the flag was already up. Pepperest still trying to get themselves out of the danger area, losing balls in vital positions. They must watch it now as Jaguar maintains the high press. Korakwe Blessed sends a long one, trying to find Abdul Kingsley. Abdul tackled there by Agba Kelvin. What an effort that was, but it goes just wide. The flag was already up. Okay, Chukwu Wisdom have also had moments of brilliance too, bullying the attack, bullying the defense of Jaguar. Free kick to Pepperest. Mazi Chiemezim, the left back, has been doing a good job for Pepperest. Korakme Blessing, the captain. Free kick to Pepperest. Mazi Chiemezim, the left back, are doing a very fine job there. He sends a long one trying to find Okechukwu Wisdom. Imam Moses. Fine chested effort there. Back to Agba Kelvin. Kelvin to Ekwedife Michael. Moments of slick passes back to Chika. Chika sent in a long one trying to find Success. The ball is back to goalkeeper Nzenwe Emmanuel, who must find an outlet now. Pepperest restart an attack now from the right. Is it Patrick? Tries to send that one to the to throw in, but miskicks, and it's a corner kick for Pepperest. Corner kick to Pepperest, and it's to Ukbe Emmanuel to take this one. Okay, Chukwu Wisdom, the tallest player in the box, is marked out there by Naji. Okbe now whips in across. Goalkeeper 18 Sunday comes out to gather that one. Julius Innocent. Chika busts down the flag looking for Naji. Naji turns well. Pepperest trying to push up the attack there. Offside. .21 on the clock already. Both goalkeepers have had moments, but no real effort from the strikers. El Chijo, I'm not sure we'll see a goal if they continue to play this way. Talking about both attackers. Jaguar made changes in their attack to bring in Imam Moses, and also Naji Victor has been there. And that's a chance now for Pepperest. And we wait to see who gets into the referee's books for dissent. That's Obamoyi Sunday Samuel. Victor. Back to Chiemezim. And it's back to the goalkeeper Nzenwe Emmanuel. Confident play from Pepperest. And that's a needless free kick there. El Chijo, you saw that was a needless foul there by the left back Mazi Chiemezim, who was not under any sort of pressure. Just give the ball back to your goalkeeper and relax.
Well, of course, I think he was trying to be witty there. Unfortunately, he didn't know that the eagle-eyed referee was looking at him. And just like you say, very needless, very unnecessary. That's free kick wouldn't have come, and if at the end of the day it culminates into a goal, of course his team might have to hold him accountable for that. But then this is football. If there are no mistakes, goals won't come.
Well, if there are no mistakes, goals won't come. But some would also say that you have to give credit to the strikers who, out of their ingenuity and intellect, score without the mistakes of others. Just look at the beauty of that Nigeria second goal against that Algeria. You won't attribute that to a mistake. Ekunife Michael, Imam Moses, and Julius Innocent. Imam Moses, and that's a chance. That was offside, but that would have been a big chance if the flag were down. What a miss that was. That is what we've been talking about. You may dominate for the entire period of a game, and if you do not convert, it is pointless. Your possession is pointless. The flag. Emmanuel restart with Madu Abuchi. Obamuyi Sunday. Ekunife Michael steals that one from Sunday. A chance now for Jaguar. Success. Stolen again by Obamuyi Michael. Obamuyi Sunday. A chance now, but then they keep defending. Imam Moses. And now there's a chance now for Pepperest to turn this into a quick counter. Agba Kelvin fails to get that one. What a chance! Beautiful! What a goal that was! Give it to him. Abdul Kingsley drives down the left flank, turns that defense there from Pepperest into a quick attack. Just Agba Kelvin breaks into the Jaguar defense like a skilled marshal. He just buries that one, and goalkeeper Etini Sunday had no chance. Talking about beauty, that was a beautiful piece of art. Interesting and thrilling goal there by one and only Abdul Kingsley. You saw that, Emmanuel.
Well, you know, football can be very, very crazy. There are things that you just say and you ask yourself, is football being unfair? Of course, Jaguar have been on the ascending order, doing everything, all the shots, all the attack, but then they were not able to tuck it in. And just one clear opportunity from Pepperest. You saw Abdul Kingsley running down the left-hand channel, turning defenders in and out, making some of them to lie down in green pasture. And of course, he had to tuck that into the goal. As disappointing as that is for them, and of course we saw that celebration reminiscent of what we saw from Nwankwo Kanu Papilo. Of course, we also saw Wilfred Ndidi doing that in the African Cup of Nations, the side steps of the masquerade. That's a very good one from Pepperest. And for Jaguar, I'm sure that they will be looking back at the first half and they will be reviewing their missed chances.
They will definitely look back at the first half and the first what they've done in the first 30 minutes of this encounter, and they will rule their missed chances. No intensity from them, dominated position, but then they've not shown the hunger to take this one, and then the hunger of both sides have actually opened scoring. It is Pepperest 1, Jaguar 0, and Jaguar must respond now. They are called the Jaguar. They must have the strength of a Jaguar. Unfortunately, they've not really imposed themselves in this game. They've dominated, but they've not been able to create clear-cut chances. They've not been able to score, and this is a time for them to respond. And we have a game in our hands. This is the beauty of the N-Youth League, the Nigeria Youth League, and both sides are doing justice to this. Two young sides who have come here and at this iconic ground, the home ground of Nigeria's most successful club, Enyimba International, Enyimba FC, and they are doing justice to football. They are doing just what we wanted them to do, showcasing beautiful football for us, even as we see both sides go on a water break. Pepperest are back on the pitch, waiting for Jaguar to return. I said Jaguar, you should see receiving pep talk from the coaches You cannot just play this way. You dominate games. And the best coaches in the world will tell you to have your possession while I have the goal, Selchijo.
Well, of course, some also want to have both the possessions and the goal. It depends on what works for who. For Jose Mourinho, he want to have the 3 points while you have all the possession. For Pep Joseph Guardiola, he want to have both the 3 points and, of course, outplay you, outclass you, decimate you. Of course, we saw that when Manchester City played out against Exeter in the FA Cup, decimated Exeter by 10 goals to 1. So it depends on what works for who. But for Jaguar, I'm sure that as much as they are dominating, they also want to score. I mean, at the end of the day, what you will be rewarded for is the 3 points, not just having over 80% of the ball possession.
Not just having 80% of the ball possession. Yellow card. Jaguar still knocking the ball around, trying to find space for Pepperest. Chika. To Michael. Looking for Agba Kelvin. Pepperest defending well. Obami Sunday. A foul. The ball hit the hand of Agba Kelvin. Wisdom. Museum. Obami Sunday knew he was in an offside position and didn't try to interfere with play. Chika. Naji to Agba Kelvin. Agba sent it across the midfield, and it's a free kick there for a push on Ozosike Kenneth. Ekwunife Michael steps up. He must get the ball in the box. Naji is asking for the ball. Ekwunife Michael lobs it, looking for Kenneth. Ozosike Kenneth. Okay, Chukwu Wisdom running down. But then the ball is out for a throw. Julius Innocent, who is playing it ahead of Elekwa Oti today, is putting a good shift. Free kick to Jaguar. A quick one from Jaguar, and it's the captain Ekwunife Michael. But then that's way too long as he was trying to look for Okechukwu success. James today back to his goalkeeper, who finds Martins. Martins looking for Chemesium. Throw to Pepperest. Chemesium takes it. Good job there by Abdul Kingsley. The goal scorer is been majestic for Pepperest down the left, forming a good partnership with the left back. Talking about Chiemezie Mazi. Wisdom to Okbe. Fine interception there. Kenneth gets his head to that one. And it's a free kick. Foul. Jaguar must show some tenacity if they are to get a goal in this encounter. Ekwunife again lobs it, trying to find Okechukwu success. Naji tries to break his way through 3 defenders, but then he's blocked. Obami Sunday. Free kick to Pepperest. 37 minutes on the clock. We have 7 more minutes to go, make that 38. The flag is up. And you must talk about the way that Jaguar has, the way they're keeping these offside traps. It may work, it may not work. I've seen them concede goals in this tournament because of poor execution of these tactics. Throw to Jaguar. Julius Innocent to take this one. Looks like he's going to go long. He gets it into the box. Success. Pepperest turns it again to a smart counter attack. The goalkeeper comes out to get that one. Jaguar must be careful so that they do not concede more goals in their quest to get the equalizer. Eze Patrick to Equity for Michael, who goes a long one trying to find the Ozosike Kenneth. Goalkeeper Nzenwa Emmanuel comes out to get that one. Abdul Kingsley intercepted by Agba Kelvin. Wisdom. Chiemezium. Throw. The captain Korakbe Blessing is telling Chiemezium to play and listen to the referee first. Like they say in football, you have to play to the referee's whistle. Agba Kelvin still with the throw. Finds Kenneth. Kenneth to Kelvin. Kelvin flips in across. Goalkeeper gets the advantage. El Chijo, we are approaching the 40th minute mark in this encounter. What do you think Jaguar need to do for them to come back into this encounter?
I've noticed, unfortunately, that since they considered that goal, they've been trying ceaselessly and effortlessly to go forward, but then they played better before they considered than what they're playing after they considered the goal. Of course, you can count how many chances that have gone towards the Pepperest angle. However, they need to use their midfield. Ekunife Michael will be key if they are going to get a goal. Of course, we've seen Abba Kelvin trying to float in the cross, but unfortunately, the Pepperest defenders have been very active in their defensive duties and rebuffing those chances. So I think they need to avoid going from the wings and then try to go through the middle. Maybe something will have to give way. But the truth is they've been playing very better. Of course, they fluffed all their chances before Pepperest got that one chance, and of course they tucked it in.
And that is what happens in football. You might have all the possession, all the chances in the world, and if you do not bury it, the other team may just get theirs and score the goal. Abdul Kingsley goal makes the difference in this encounter. Wonderful counter attack from Pepperest after Jaguar went on that break. They wanted to score, but then Pepperest cleared their lines off and went on that fine counter attack. What a goal from Abdul Kingsley. Beat his marker Abba Kelvin, who he has been having a fine duel with in this encounter as far as I'm concerned. He beat him to that one and sent a fine pass. And that's another chance now for Wisdom. Let's see what the referee will have to decide in that encounter. The goalkeeper already got the ball. That was a chance for Wisdom to get another side goal for his side, but he hesitated and lost his footing there, clattered into the goalkeeper who already got the ball, and he screamed. The medics are running in to assist both players. Etienne Son, the goalkeeper for Jaguar, And the tall, lanky striker, Okechukwu Wisdom Obinna, who has been a terror of some sort for Jaguar in this encounter. But he's been silenced by the defensive duo of Eze Patrick and Ezekiel Chika. They've done a good job on him, despite the fact shown that they too can stand their own against tall strikers. Talking about both centre backs. Jaguar, the steel. This is still the Youth League, and we're in week 7. It's the match day 7 encounter between Jaguar and Pepperest. Live here at the Enyimba International, the iconic field, the home of 2-time Nigerian African champions, 9-time Nigerian champions. It can't get better for these young lads playing on the pitch where legends said Imam Moses. Imam Moses thought he could have gotten a free kick there after he was clipped from Wisdom. Obamuyi, and it's Wisdom again. A chance. What a goal! Okechukwu gets the second goal for Pepperest. What that was. Jaguar will feel hard done. They felt that Imam Moses would have gotten a free kick there, but just as they were protesting, that quickly turned into a counter attack for Pepperest, and Jaguar will probably be feel hard done.
Okay.
All right, welcome to the second half of this encounter, this Youth League encounter between Pepperest and Jaguar. The first half ended 2-0 in 2-0 in favor of Pepperest. Pepperest lead this encounter. Even as we are about to see both teams make substitutions, Pepperest would like to maintain, sustain the momentum, while for Jaguar, they're bringing on players who they believe will get them a goal. Even as I see Idume Kelechi trying to sort it out with the assistant referees. Is about to come on for Jaguar. Substitutions. Three substitutions for Jaguar. Jersey number 11, Idume Kelechi. Jersey number 5, Hassan. And jersey number 2, Alison Franklin. Kickoff. Jaguar will try to come back into this encounter. They have their backs against the wall, having considered 2 goals in the first half. Offside. It's a substitute. They call him Seaman. It seems every young striker now wants to model his game around the Galatasaray forward, Victor Seaman. Fali Luka Jewel. That's the jersey number 17 for Pepperest, who just came on. Incidentally, he's nicknamed Osimhen as well. And this to show that the Galatasaray forward has proven himself to be one of the players active that young players like to model themselves after, and that's a good record if you ask me. Jaguar. That's a chance now. Fine effort there by Okechukwu Success. A tipped over the bar by goalkeeper Nzenwe Emmanuel. Quick counter after Kurakbu Blessing lost the ball in his own half. Jaguar resurgent tries to restart what will be a comeback. A chance now for Jaguar. Ball is still in possession. He must make a decision whether to allow it. Naji Victor. Luka Joel comes in. The captain Ekudife Michael is out and is replaced by Ozosike Kenneth as captain. Jaguar must be more aggressive with their play if they hope to come back into this encounter. Pepperest have taken off Wisdom, the goal scorer, second goal scorer, and has replaced him with Luka Joel. Jaguar. A chance now. Jaguar, Obama Sunday. Trying to find Abdul Kingsley. Jaguar still indecisive in front of goal, and that has been their bane in this tournament. Abdul Kingsley about to take the throw for Pepperest. He opened the scoring for the Omaha Bay side with a beautiful goal. Korakme Blessing runs to take it, but the throw goes out. Kelechi Itume runs into space. Naji. Luka Joel. Offside there. Fali Luka Joel has been lively since coming on for Okechukwu Wisdom Obinna, the scorer of the second goal. And he has continued from where Wisdom Sunday left from, being a terror in attack for Pepperest. Jaguar still trying to get into this game. And it's Pepperest who are defending so well to protect their lead. Zenwa Emmanuel sensing a long one, trying to find the substitutes. Free kick to Jaguar for that foul by Korakme Blessing on Naji Victor. Alchijo, you've seen the effort by Jaguar to come back into this encounter. And what do you make of their aggression so far and the hunger from the side, especially from the substitutes?
Well, they are hungry, but they need to prove that they will get a goal in this one. Of course, we've seen them in the second half, just the same way they started the first half, doing everything in order to get a goal. And maybe finally, heaven will be smiling on them.
And just as we were talking, the referee points to the spot for a foul in the box. And Jaguar will have to score this one to reduce the deficit. Their moments of pressure have paid off. And the substitute to Dume Kelechi with the ball. Pepperest protesting the field. That would not have been a penalty, but the referee saw that and made his decision. Dume Kelechi had the opportunity to reduce the deficit. You wonder what he was trying to do. What a strike that was! Beautiful goal by Idume Kelechi. Reduces the deficit. And we have a game in our hands. The substitute, the powerful forward, Idume Kelechi. The goalkeeper, Zenwe Emmanuel, got his hand to that one. But it was just too powerful, too hard for him to stop. And we have a game in our hands. Jaguar FC 1, Pepperest 2. Emmanuel Joseph The game is about to get more interesting.
Reminiscent of what we saw in the Cote d'Ivoire versus Egypt game, of course, it seems like Jaguar will be fancying their chances at getting back into this one. Of course, going into this game, they were not the favorites to win, but of course, the way they started like a house on fire, they were trudging, they were really pushing, even though they went 2 goals down. But then you can see the urgency from them in the second half, and something has given way. They've gotten a goal. I just hope that they can add more fire, more urgency, and of course more energy to get back into this one. And you never can tell. 45 minutes is a very big time for you to get a goal, get 2, get 3, and even win again by 4 goals to 2.
It's enough minutes. What a miss that was. Obama Sunday had the opportunity to just slot the ball, hit it well past Etini Sunday, but no, he miskilled it. Kurakwe Blessing as success. And that is what to talk about. He took the ball with his hands, Kachuku success, without hearing the whistle from the referee. It is always said you should play to the referee's whistle, El Chijo.
Well, of course, play to the referee's whistle. That is the most important. But then aggression is also part of the game. This is a youth league, and of course, you expect these young folks to bring the best of agility, the best of strength, the best of aggression, and this is what we want to see. This is what we love to see, rather. And of course, we wait to see what Jaguar can be able to do, because if they don't take their chances now that they are on their ascending order, it might be very difficult for them, because the time will come when we start seeing the delay tactics from Pepperest, and maybe at that point the game might be off the books for Jaguar.
It might be off the books for Jaguar. What a way for that defender to get himself out of the danger area. And talking about Ikenna James Ude, Jaguar. Eze Patrick hesitated, but then he went a free kick for himself. It was CK Kenneth to take this one. And you have to give credit to Luka Jewel, who keeps fighting for every ball. And that is what you expect from your centre forward. Okbe Emmanuel trying to block a quick one from Jaguar. Naji. A chance now for the goal kick to Pepperest. Julius Innocence couldn't get that one, and you have to give credit to that defender for that good job done there. Pepperest will start from the back. Jaguar trying to press high up the pitch. Also CK Kenneth now becoming more engaged in the second half after taking over the captain's armband from Ekwunife Michael, who made way after the first half, and this has given Jaguar more strength in midfield. And that's another chance for Pepperest. What a goal that was! Look at Joel, the substitute, makes it 3-1. And this is what we've been talking about. You possess the ball for a very long time, but then you are not able to make anything out of it. They call him Osimhen. God's grace written on his jersey. And the substitutes Talking about that fine assist there from Abdul Kingsley, who has a goal and an assist in this encounter. It is Jaguar 1, Pepperest 3. Emmanuel Joseph, you saw that goal. That would have been painful for Jaguar and for all they've done in this second half.
Well, of course, White Jaguar, we are banking on hope to get a goal in this one. Of course, get back at 2-2. Pepperest took the game off their hooks as it stands now. Of course, we could hear the sound of that shot. That was really, really very, very powerful. And that is what we are talking about from the Jaguar forwards. They are not really, really proving anything. They are not showing intent. Of course, they are not showing so much aggression. And for Luka Jovic, of course, since he came in, remember that he replaced the second goal scorer. He has been doing a lot. He has been involved in all the gameplays. And of course, the heavens have smiled on him with that opportunity. Getting the third for Pepperest. And of course, you could see even from his celebration with the inscription, God's grace, and with the glasses. That's a very good one. But then the question is, how would Jaguar respond in this one? Just like in other games, they dominate, but they find it very difficult to score. I think this will be another match that they will be looking at, and of course, will be pointing out the pockets of mistakes made here and there. In that 1 minute of a lack of focus, of course, they shipped in not just one, not just two, but 3 goals. And of course, they might also say, well, we got to go, and of course, pick up their pieces, even though time is a very big factor on their side, that if they can get everything right, they can be able to get goal, and of course, get back into this one.
They might get a goal and get back into this one. We saw that effort from Chukwuemeka Chijoke. That was weak, but then unfortunately for him, it goes out for a corner kick as Jaguar will try to conjure another goal. Idume Kelechi to take this corner kick. He whips it in successfully. Pepperest. Abdul Kingsley. A chance now for them. But then goalkeeper 18 Sunday comes out to get that one. A free kick to Jaguar for that foul on Chijoke. And this is what you would expect from a side who are losing the aggression, the tenacity, and the quest to get back into the game. It must show in their game. They are responding well, but then they must also keep it tight at the back. That was almost another goal for Luka Jewel. But then the goalkeeper came out to gather that one. Idume Kelechi stands behind this one alongside Okechukwu Success and Julius Innocent, the left back, in a beautiful position for a free kick. Who takes this one for Jaguar? Idume Kelechi stands behind this one. Seems he's going to take it. He scored the penalty. Whoa! What a hit! Came off the crossbar. Good job done there by Idume Kelechi. And the ricochet off the bar could not be poked home. What a chance that was.
That was beautiful. I wasn't expecting that to hit a crossbar. Looking at the wall that was formed by the Pepperest goalkeeper, and of course, even though he went and behind the wall to stay, and of course, you could see that he couldn't see the wall. However, that was a very good intent. Had it gone in, I'd have told you that it would have changed the complexion of this game. But for all the good things that Jaguar are doing since they considered the third goal, they should add more fiery power to it. You never can tell. Anything can still happen. If they can get a second goal, the pressure that they will mount on Pepperest can help them get a third goal. And of course, it will be a very good way to end the story that they came not just from 2 goals down to getting 2-2, but of course, they came from 2 goals down to finishing the match at 3-3 and maybe at 4-3. Anything is possible, but urgency is key.
Urgency is key, and we are here for all the drama. We are waiting for a dramatic end to this one. Luka Joel tries to find Kingsley. Obama you Sunday. Success. That was a good effort there, but then it doesn't trouble the goalkeeper. Okpe misses it. Free kick to Jaguar. Julius Innocent to take this one. Goes for a long one, trying to find Naji Sunday. Naji fouls Edo Lucky. The referee attends to Lucky, who was fouled there by Naji. Kelechi, since he came on in this second half, has provided creative spark for Jaguar. Scored the equalizer scored the only goal for them in this encounter. And then just a minute to go, had his free kick ricochet off the crossbar with the goalkeeper at his mercy. Korakbe Blessing doing well for Pepperest in midfield, but it's already fouled by Naji. And that a free kick for Pepperest. The referee tells Naji to take it easy. It's really understandable at this point that Jaguar are fighting to come back. Tensions are high, and it's the responsibility of the referee to control that. Even as we see substitution coming in for Pepperest, jersey number 24, Balakumo Senator coming in. Ayadi Hallelujah off for jersey number 21, Nzelu Izuna Samuel. And we're about to see another substitution for Jaguar. The final 2. Elekwa Oti standing on the touchlines, and Naji Victor runs off alongside Chukwuemeka Chijoke. Elekwa Oti and Habilu Aliu comes in for Chukwuemeka Chijoke and Victor Naji. Elekwa Oti, the left back, is about to take on a new position, playing in midfield. Pepperest playing with so much confidence now. You don't blame them. There are 3 goals. They are leading by 3 goals to 1. Blessing. Ozosike. Elekwa Oti. A free kick. Elekwa Oti surprisingly comes to midfield today, as he was a midfielder before converted to a left back. He returns to a place where he understands the role well. Ozosike Kenneth standing with Elekwa Oti alongside the left back Julius Innocent. Oti with a fine left foot. With the responsibility to float this one into the box. OT whips in a cross, but then it's intercepted. Free kick again.
This team complains too much. They will commit foul.
Free kick in a choice position for Jaguar. And Okechukwu success. Idume Kelechi. They're all standing there. The last one Kechi played came off the crossbar, and he would want to get one past the goalkeeper, Emmanuel. The referee tries to set the wall. Where to see who takes it between Okechukwu success and Kelechi Idume. Sets it for. What a chance that was! Beautiful effort there by Okechukwu success. Idume sets it on the path of the winger, and he made no mistake. Ball still in play with his right, and that's a chance. Goalkeeper came out to collect that one. What a moment of beautiful play we've seen. A chance again for Pepperest. Kingsley Abdul turns the defender, and Okechukwu success tries to turn this into a quick attack. Uday Lucky intercepts that one. Elekwa Oti tries to intervene, but then Obami Sunday. This game is getting interesting. Moment of beautiful passes by Pepperest. Beautiful there by Ozosike Kenneth. Idume Kelechi tries to find success. Ozosike. To nobody there. Through, and that's a fine job there by the defender. The game is becoming livelier as Jaguars fights to come back into the game. Good on there by Obasi Martins. Luca. Good job done there by Eze Patrick. Elekwa Oti. Jaguar still trying to get something out of their constant attacks. Pepperest on the attack now. Obami Sunday finds Luka Joel as a 2-on-2 now. Moment of beautiful interchange of play by both teams. Julius Innocent dazzled his way into the box and was waiting for someone to connect to his cross, but nobody was there to connect to his cross after a spell of Jaguar FC possession and attack. Uzosike Kenneth, Elekwa Oti, knocked it out. Success. Habilu Aliu Oti. Balakumo Senator denied possession by Julius Innocent, and Balakumo gets into the referee's books for dissent. Play restarts with Eze Patrick. Elekwa Oti misses it. Luka Jewel. Oti to Bami Sunday. Kingsley. A chance now for Kingsley. Breaks it. Kingsley still in possession. A chance. What an effort. Comes off the bar with the goalkeeper already beaten. Habilu. And a chance now for Jaguar. A chance for Jaguar now. They've had a chance now. And this is coming from that beautiful play there by Abdul Kingsley, whose shot came off the bar, and Jaguar launched a quick counter attack. Had the chance to put the ball at the back of the net, but indecision there by their strikers. They must decide what to do with the ball. They must call themselves to a meeting and say, look, when we get into the box, we must score. Because it seems they do not know what to do with the ball, or the strikers have not decided, have not discussed what to do with the ball, and this is where the coaches come in, Emmanuel.
Very, very important. I don't understand why a player will be in the box and then he's dancing with the ball. I mean, you are in the box. You are in the box. Just shoot or pass. Why will you be with the ball? You are hanging on to the ball for no just cause, and at the end of the day, that attack was stifled. The Jaguar forward guys have to be very, very intentional. Of course, we've seen two important attacks that they went for, and of course, that trail went cold. It doesn't make any sense if you are with the ball and then you're not doing anything with it. Also, taking into cognizance the fact that they are already trailing by 1-3. I mean, they should be more intentional if they are sure that they want to compete, and of course they want to get 3 points and win games.
They must be intentional if they must score in this encounter. They've had the chances, the better of them actually, but they've not been able to put the ball in the back of the net for the many times they've had chances. Now we've had 2 balls ricochet off the posts. We've had one from Kelechi Idume, another one in the second half now by Abdul Kingsley, the scorer of the first goal of this encounter. Obamuyi Sunday to throw to Pepperest. A chance now. What an effort there. But then that was not in any way a trouble for goalkeeper. Obami Sunday has been impressive in this encounter. Senator rushes for that one, but declared the alliance, and it's a free kick for Jaguar. Okechukwu Success fouled there. Uzosike Kenneth restart with Elekwa Oti. Julius Innocent. Elekwa Oti. Fouled by Luka Jewel. Idume Kelechi provides an outlet. Elekwa Oti. Trying to find Habilu. Well, then it's a goal kick. Pepperest restart and starts the attack again. Success. Okechukwu. Idume Kelechi. Free kick to Jaguar for that foul on Kelechi. Free kick to Jaguar. Across into the box now. Also, Asike Kenneth fires, but the goalkeeper dives to his right and gets it. Throws quickly for the attack. Jaguar must press now as we are winding down to the end of this encounter. Look at Joel. Obami Sunday. What a fine effort there by Obami Sunday, who has been impressive. Runs across the defense of Jaguar, gets his leg to that one, and then the goalkeeper Sunday was there to get it. The defense of Pepperest have been doing a good job to keep the rampaging Pepperest, the rampaging Jaguar attackers at bay. Julius through. Throw again. Edo lucky to take this one for Pepperest. Look at Joel the bully. A foul for Jaguar, and Eze Patrick takes this one. Also CK miskills it. Moments of indecision there by the defense, and it's free kick for Pepperest. Nzelu Izuna could not make a best decision to send the ball to Luka Joel, who was free on the left to create space for them. But then they would be happy they've won a free kick. If now we are about to see substitution, jersey number 14 to come on. Ibu Emos to come on for jersey number 2. Obama Sunday, who has been impressive. A fantastic game he's had here, orchestrating proceedings for his side. A talented player he is. He comes off for Amos. It's 3 minutes on the clock. And that's a chance. What a hit that was. Majestic hit. But it just goes inches off Sunday's net, and he would heave a sigh of relief, El Chijo.
Of course, that was very, very beautiful from Pepperest. And you know, to even imagine that they are leading by 3-1, yet they are not showing any signs of relent. They want to score, they are pushing, they are doing everything. Of course, that was a very majestic hit. And going forward, I'm sure that they will be able to perfect that skill. And I must tell you that Pepperest are really playing like a house on fire. They've spinned this game to their own favor.
They've spinned the game to their own favor with their constant high pressing football, and Luka Joel has been at the center of that high pressing football since he came on for Wisdom. Elekwa Oti Free kick. He wins it. Elekwa to take this free kick. Success. Kelechi. Elekwa OT.
Quick movement of the ball. Quick movement of the ball.
Habilu couldn't read that flick from OT. Amos. The ball is already out for a goal kick. Eze. Success. Luka Joel. Luka Joel. What a goal that was. Substitute Luka Joel pulls off his shirt. 2 goals coming on as a substitute. He lobbed it over the goalkeeper. Defensive mix up there by the Jaguar players, Hassan and Eze Patrick. They couldn't get the
his second of the afternoon, and I must say that he has been very exceptional. Beautiful intent from him. Of course, he went
It's interesting to see that Pepperest are still pressing high, still attacking despite the fact that they are leading by 4 goals to 1. Elekwa OT, Habilu with the chance. Jaguar. We will see 5 minutes of additional time in this encounter as we approach the 19 minutes mark. Officially 5 minutes of additional time in this encounter. Will there be 5 minutes of miracle for Jaguar to equalize? And that you would call that the miracle of Abba. Luka Joel again. The rampaging Luka Joel. What a chance! That would have been a hat trick for the substitute, but it missed the goal by inches. The bully himself, Luka Joel, ran across the fence. Eze Patrick is looking tired already. having to fight it out with the bully himself, Luka Jewel Habilu. Pepperest enjoying themselves now. They have 5 minutes to get their 3 points, the second for them in this Youth League. Julius Habilu. Ozosike Kenneth. Fine effort there from Kenneth, but then Okechukwu Success hesitated. Senator. Referee waves play on. Elekwa Oti. Back to Julius Innocent. Innocent looking forward to get to Okechukwu Success, but then misses it. Success still applying pressure. Back to goalkeeper Nzenwa Emmanuel. Throw to Jaguar. Free kick to Jaguar. Okechukwu Success will try to get the ball in the box and will try to make sure that it meets the head of his players to make the scoreline respectable. Across into the box now. Ozosike shoots, but then the goalkeeper gathers that one. It's the second time he shot from outside the box in this encounter, but then it doesn't in any way trouble the goalkeeper Nzenwa Emmanuel. Eze Patrick. He wins a free kick. Free kick for Jaguar to be taken by Julius Innocent. It starts with Eze Patrick. Hassan. Abdul Kingsley. A chance now for Kingsley. Intercepted there by Eze Patrick. That would have been very dangerous for Jaguar in their quest to get another goal to reduce the scoreline and make it respectable. They're leaving spaces in defense. We have 1 minute left on the clock to the end of this encounter. Free kick to Jaguar. Elekwa Oti has been everywhere since he came on as a substitute, playing in midfield. Has tried to bring power to the midfield. Idume Kelechi now. Looking for Habilu. Success. And that is it. That's the end of this encounter. It has ended here at the Enyimba International Stadium. It is Pepperest 4, Jaguar 1. Courtesy of goals by Abdul Kingsley and Wisdom Obani for Pepperest. And then 2 goals from the substitutes, Luka Jewel Jaguar got their consolation goal from the substitute Idume Kelechi, and it is 4-1 here at the Enyimba International Stadium venue for this Youth League encounter between Jaguar and Pepperest. It's been an interesting game, and both sides have given a good account of themselves. But then in football, if you create chances and you are not able to take them, you will go home to rule those missed chances. And Jaguar will have themselves to blame for how they've missed chances in this encounter. For Pepperest, they've done a double against Jaguar. The first encounter ended 2-1 in Umuahia, and this second leg has ended 4-1.